Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Coming to the conclusion of today's assassin vine-filled episode. If we could just fight plants for the whole rest of the game. I love that you're going to a garden, too. Ooh, I can't wait.
I would
live
really
in dread of this.
Oh, it's going to be so good.
I would really like to pass on the fighting plants for the rest of the game.
So as a little preview, we ran into some assassin vines, and we're in the middle of tangling with those bad boys.
I like fighting with stuff with a face.
They need to make a wisdom.
These are incredibly wise assassin vines, too.
They still need to save.
We'll see.
All right, so roll the damage for me, and I'll
It was
roll there.
16. Or I guess the spirits are attacking again, so it's not probably.
Yeah, it's like a fresh damage roll every turn.
It is, yeah.
Okay, 3d8.
Okay.
Wow!
Wow.
Mother of God!
Piss poor. All right, top one.
I don't even care if you say.
They take three. They take 3 damage.
The fuck? That is the poorest.
Adam,
Oh,
my God, why are you like this?
my
Why do you-
God. The wisest assassin vines
I hate you so
ever.
much.
Y'all could learn a thing or two from these assassin vines.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
learned how to kill.
So that's that. This one is going to move away slightly. I realize on my last turn, I could have the one that was constricting Ishi could have done a different thing. It has another action that I totally just skipped, but that's okay. I'll remember for next time. They can only constrict one person at a time, but there's another action they can take while they've got someone constricted. But anyway, they're going to attack. And this time the attacks are going to be on Little Fox and Arcturus.
Okay.
So Little Fox, here's the one attacking you. And it gets you for...
These are some pro-ass assassin vines.
Yeah, it gets you for 6, I guess, because halved because you're raging.
Yeah, because I am still raging.
Gets you in the constrict, getting snuggled by the assassin vine. And
6 is a lot when I only have 14 HP left.
Mm-hmm. And then Arcturus, one for you.
Mm-hmm.
That one misses.
Finally.
Yeah, so you're able to bat it away and block yourself with your shield before I can get a handle on you. Okay, Malik, it's your turn.
Sure. Just to clear up what I did last turn, with my bonus action, I ended up spending a first level spell slot as a bonus action to convert it back into a point of sorcery, so that this time I have 3, which is the amount that I require to twin spell grammatical about 3rd level again.
Okay, cool.
So attacking the top one first. Is it 12 a hit?
No.
Okay, let's lucky it.
That
Not
is
today.
worse. So no.
All right, and the bottom creature.
Okay.
That's a little better.
There you go. Yeah, that one's a hit.
Dave can't even bring himself to say assassin vine. He just says creature.
That
He's
hateful
so
thing.
disgusted.
Pretty much. Oh, nice. 27 points of damage.
Okay. So 27 total. All right. It is badly wounded. Many of its vines turning into a mulchy pulp, but it still lives.
All right, and that one's coming close to me, so I'm...
Just
Oops, that was the wrong way.
Just
But...
gonna move away from the vines.
All right, folks need to kill this one before it kills me.
I'm
basically,
working
this
on
bottom
it.
one.
Ishi.
Yeah.
Ishi or Arcturus.
Ishi can go first. That's fine.
Okay.
That's how we've been doing it.
Okay, I'm gonna move here.
Mhm.
Stab this vine.
Do it.
All right. Here comes the rapier hits. Look out! Skablam! 18 damage.
Taking them to town. All right, you kill the vine. You can see that its exposed interior, sort of like its heart, essentially. I guess it's like an artichoke that way. It's the thing inside is all of its hardened shell of leaves and vines have peeled away, and it's got this big interior bud that you just jam your sword into, and it pops and goo comes out, and all the vines flail a little bit and then go limp.
Stop picking on someone your own size! Ah.
I was watching someone play the remaster of Resident Evil, and that's what it is in my head now. The clown boss.
Yep. Perfect. Okay, good. You have another attack, but nothing in range. You can finish your move because you started 10 feet.
I'm
You
here 10 feet, yeah,
You
so
got
I'm
another
trying to
20.
figure out if I want to move into. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna move right into assassin vine territory.
Okay.
But I don't want to move through it because as
Mhm.
soon as I do that, I'll get attacks of opportunity. So I'm gonna move there,
Okay.
which should be the border of that thing's range because of where I was before.
Because where you were before. Yep.
Exactly.
You got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Arcturus?
I'm gonna wade right into the assassin vine territory, and whack it with the hammer.
Okay.
Attempt to whack it with a hammer.
Have at thee, Vine. Yeah.
Do I whack
Yeah,
it?
you hit it.
Nice. 9 bludgeoning damage.
All right. Stupid plant. You're just hitting it with a hammer. It's so good. Bludgeoning a plant enemy is pretty funny. Yeah, okay. So you just wade in, knocking the vines aside, taking swings.
Yep.
Cool. Okay. Little Fox, it's your turn.
All right. I am within 40 feet of this thing, right? Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna move up and support my friend and protect my dinner by killing this assassin vine with a hammer.
Okay.
We're just. It's like Mario where you just hit everything with a hammer regardless of circumstances. You're just swinging overhead, just smashing into it. So I got 24.
Yep, that's it.
It's for 12 damage.
Okay.
And then I tab back over to the character sheet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very consistent.
Yep.
I hit it for 10
Another
damage.
10. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
It's still going.
And notably, I did not recklessly attack, so I will have my regular hit trying to kill me
Mm-hmm.
move next turn.
So can you roll some damage for me there, Arcturus?
Yeah.
Some actual damage this time, please.
Damn.
Whatever that was.
Ah, there you go. Finally. You deal it 13 damage. It's still alive.
Stop being so wise.
Okay.
You pick a few things up as an assassin vine. It's a tough life, but hey, it ain't
Yeah,
easy.
but what I've noticed is he's much wiser with his assassin vines. They're wise in groups,
That's right.
right?
It's the
Now that
wisdom
he's-
of friendship.
Now that he's
You know,
alone,
Larry and I, we put our heads together. We can solve almost anything. Kill anyone.
All
We're
right, so it's
professionals. We're a team.
it's gonna try and kill Lil Fox. So here comes the constrict. That's a hit.
Mother, father.
I know, right? For 13.
Okay, so I take 7 bludgeoning damage. I'm at
7.
1 HP.
6 damage.
You take 6. Yeah, it's rounded down, so you have 2.
Okay.
Yeah, this is
Okay.
13. Half rounded down. All right, Malik, you see Little Fox get grabbed again. And Little Fox is shaking, having a hard time. Malik, what are you going to do?
I'm going to cast a 2nd level chromatical about it.
Okay.
Okay, I'm right here, little fox. I'll save you. I'll save your life.
That is not good enough.
No, it
I'm
is
going
not.
to roll it. And
9.
There's a lot of cyclical action here.
There you go.
Okay, we broke the cycle of failure. Good job.
So you've used 2 of your lucky points.
yes. And that's 16 points of acid damage.
It is toast. You finish the thing off. Whoop, whew, and it just dissolves into a mushy, smelly pulp and is dead.
Okay, well, before something else attacks, I'm gonna heal little fox.
Suddenly, Steve the assassin vine.
That's right. The boss assassin vine rises up out of the bush. You may have
Okay.
killed my minions, but now I will destroy you. I'm wiser than 2 assassin vine. No, none of that happens.
Is it the God Vine or the Vine Father?
Vine
or is
Father,
it
yeah. No, it's
Vine
the
Fellas?
it's the Pod Father, and yeah, those
the
were the
Pod Father and the Vine Fellas?
those are the Vine fellas. Yeah, good stuff. Gross.
Thank you for the 11. Oh, the 19 hit points. Damn, that's good.
Yeah. Good. So the fight is over. The assassin vines are defeated.
My magical holographic dolphins fade away.
Yeah.
Actually, I
With a
leave them
twinkle.
up until they go away.
Right, for 10 minutes. The sound of echoing like dolphin noises, just like
It's so good. Arcturus is
But
very happy about
Why
it.
would you keep that spell going? It serves no purpose at that point.
Listen, we're not gonna go down this path. Nope.
Listen,
Don't
listen,
selfishly
Nope.
indulge
Stop it.
in your
Stop.
Look,
magic.
Look, you ought to just stop it.
Sometimes
Okay.
Arcturus just cast spells for the hell of it. All right, we're done. It's over. Dave, you get a turn if you want one. We've all made just, do you know? Okay, good. We're finished. We get a round of post-combat puns. Now you can rest. Finish your crocodile chopping, and I'll give you some experience. So at the end of this night, this terrible night to have an assassin vine, you're gonna get pop their character sheets here. You get a paltry amount for the crocodiles, but an okay amount for the vines. So the crocodiles are worth.
Would you say that tonight we vine in hell?
Get out of here. Get directly out. Just go. And then that's not a bad amount of experience. So everybody gets 400 experience. Okay, so they're the night passes uneventfully compared to the day that you just had, and you can roll for crocodile meat. It's D6 plus your wisdom bonus.
Yeah, sorry, hang on one second. I've gotten myself all mixed up.
That's okay. Nope, hold on, I'm trying to move you. Boop. Boop. There we go. Okay. 6 pounds of edible crocodile meat, of which you eat 4.
Yeah, and then we got the gruel for tomorrow.
Only 6 pounds? Wow.
Well, it's like usable, and also like meat of like there isn't that much like edible meat on like predator type animals. Usually, they're pretty lean and muscly, right?
Mm.
And then some of it probably got ruined by assassin mines.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And since we checked the rules between the breaks, I would like to roll to see if I get my 1 charges back.
Yes. Yeah, that's right.
Which I can't not because I only spent 2, but
Yeah.
Yeah, as long as you only use it like once or twice a day, you're in pretty good shape.
Yeah, it's interesting the thing with the wand because we checked during the break. The person using the wand does, because they're attuned to it, they do get to track how many charges it has, which means the whole like using up all the charges and maybe accidentally defeating it's impossible because you always know how many you have. So I
mean,
guess,
you'll know when you break it,
I guess
but you might want to use the last charges in an
I
emergency.
guess that's the only, which no one would ever do, I think.
Yeah,
like kill a magic item for one more use of it seems like. Yeah.
It seems.
I mean, maybe if you're in a desperate spot.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry, Dave. Go ahead.
It seems to be, according to the DMG, the distinction is rare ones or higher require attunement, but you can get like wand of magic detection, which doesn't require attunement, and that one can like burn out on you, I think. Oh no, they don't even burn out.
No,
it's
see, that's the weird thing. There's like a couple of those things where it's like, yeah, there's a very, very rare opportunity you might need to use it, but yeah, very low chance.
It almost feels like it's more there as a little like bit of flavor, like a nod to the idea that these items can fade away or something.
Yeah, but they won't. Like you never.
It's a pretty rare thing.
I think it's a legacy thing because it used to be you don't know the number of charges and you have to risk it. You have to keep track, but then guess at how many it has. But anyway,
and chat brings up some fair points too. Is that other wands might work a little differently in terms of the number of charges they use, that kind of thing. So the sphere wand especially is easy to monitor.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there could be one that burns all the charges, but like casts something awesome.
In the case, yeah, like the staff of the Archmagus, which I don't know if it still works that way, but you break it and it does like hella stuff. It's like the Gandalf staff, right, where he breaks it and it does the big explosion and whatever. Yeah. Okay. So let's roll for the next day. The weather of the next day is Ishi. It's dry and sunny. Yeah, that face exactly. Okay.
So here's a question.
Yeah.
We don't have a clear idea of where we're going. We expect it to be near the river.
You're hoping that it is, yes.
Yeah. So maybe we'll just do the full length of the river, y'all. Does this seem like a reasonable plan? We just
why not?
I was assuming that y'all were just gonna follow the river until you're like, we're past where I think it should be. Let's stop.
Or until we see
Okay,
something that looks like a garden.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, so we did 2 hexes yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
and then we're gonna do a full 3 today unless something comes up. Okay, cool.
Exactly.
Great.
Okay. Okay. All right. So you're gonna head into this next hex right here, and let me see. I gotta roll anyway. Okay. So your day doesn't last very long. It takes only a few hours before you see something exciting off to the side. So let me.
Is it artist Simber?
Yeah, it's Artis again, and he's just like, "Yo, what's up? I'm hanging from my butt from a tree." No, you see some ruins. I will read to you what it is that you see here. So, from the river's edge, box text voice. A fantastic edifice rises up out of the jungle, a hanging garden of exotic beauty. Water streams down the steps between 2 massive elephant carvings. Beyond them, a broad, flooded avenue runs arrow straight for more than 100 feet before ending at the carving of a Tyrannosaurus face. Water pours from the Tyrannosaurus's jaws and flows the length of the concourse to drain down the steps in front of you. 5-foot-high terraces flank the boulevard. Low archways, 3 on each side, are built into the terrace walls. These archways are in various stages of collapse, as are the tunnels beyond them. Beautifully carved, larger-than-life stone faces are mounted between the arches. A wild profusion of plants grows in the upper terraces, and multicolored parrots and canaries flit and sing among them. To the north, the dilapidated brick dome rises above the Tyrannosaurus head waterspout. Smaller, bell-shaped domes surmount the highest terraces to your left and right. So you have found with no question, you have found lost Nangalore, far enough up the river that apparently no one else has discovered it. And yeah, the jungle garden lies before you.
And there isn't a handout for this thing? This is like
yeah, we got a whole other map. This is like a whole thing.
Okay, sick. Yeah.
It's not even a hand.
See the art.
It's not even a handout. This shit is its own map. Let me see. Nangalore. There's grandmas everywhere. Here it is. Listen, this is the only place in the universe to get Nangalorean armor. Let's see here.
God damn it.
I know, right? The worst. The fucking worst. Okay.
Now I'm imagining Ishii and
right. Oh yeah, alternately non-galore, which
Yeah, I would eat non-galore.
Yeah, totally. Okay.
If Ishii wore a Boba Fett helmet, it would have like the T thing, and then just your snout like sticking out.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Okay. I just need to grab your boat and place you on the map of Mandalore.
Yes, chat, you're right. Give Ishii a lightsaber.
Mandalorians don't use lightsabers.
I don't care.
Okay, fair. Totally unrelated. Fair. Got it. Okay.
Called Sun. God.
Let me
Don't get anything stick on me.
Okay, we're going to take a quick stop in Camp Righteous so that I can continue scrolling. There's a lot of maps.
No.
It's like when you had to keep scrolling past the bit where
with the ship.
Yeah, the
You'll
ship
figure it.
map. Where
Ship
everybody's
map.
dead. All right. Down in the bottom left corner, enter Nangalore. So I don't know. I think it's set for a daytime map. So if you zoom out, you should be able to see a great deal of this mighty ruin.
Yeah, except those massive shaggy black things.
I see crocodiles in the water, Adam.
Yeah. So I don't even think like you can see them from here as you approach. There's evidence of crocs swimming about in the water. Let me check if there is like a separate handout for Nangalore.
Yo, these crocodiles are so dumb. They could be standing on some dude's shoulders and he could be walking across the river for them.
Yeah.
Like, what a bunch of fucking idiots, really.
Yeah.
No, you need to jump in the water and lift them onto your shoulder, and that'll earn their loyalty.
Yeah, exactly. And then they'll betray us later.
Yeah. So what do you do? You can see the waters are dangerous. These crocodiles, they've taken notice of you and are starting to kind of swim in your direction.
Are these smaller than the ones we fought?
No, these are
Yes, sir.
regular size crocodiles.
Yeah, they're like regular size because we fought giant
You've-
crocodiles.
No, the ones you fought before are regular size too. You haven't
Oh,
fought
wow,
giant.
just-
You haven't not fought giant crocodiles yet.
Okay, what about huge giant crocodiles?
No. Only crabs come in huge giant form.
So this is where we were going, right? The garden thing? This looks like a garden. So
It certainly
maybe,
does. Yeah.
Maybe stop.
I believe we're looking for a black orchid, which
Well, right now I was just hoping to avoid those. I say pointing.
Yeah,
at the
and like they're
crocodile.
starting to swim your way.
yes, we could go ashore, but I think that they'll probably still attempt to eat us.
All right, I want to try and scare them away as we get to shore.
Okay,
reckon,
when you say shore, what do you mean?
So let me ask some clarifying questions
Yes,
here
let's talk
before I
about some
say.
stuff. Yeah.
Because yeah, there's this little nook right here next to this big wall thing.
Raised avenues.
Is this like a 10-foot or taller wall that we would need to climb up, or is it like a curb onto a walkway?
It's you'd have to climb up onto this area here, but you could stop there and then do that.
And yeah, like it looks feasibly climbable. Because then my other question would be like, how steep is the bank with these like tree roots and stuff growing down it, and the elephant heads? Like that's got to be pretty tall as well, because it's got a waterfall. Like further ahead, so we may as well stop here. Is kind of the impression I'm getting.
Yeah. So there's the area here on either side. This is 0 feet. This is like at level with the water. Everything up here is 10 feet above. But these stone things are 20 feet. So like this interior area, if you're looking at it from the side, it's 2 raised areas with a courtyard.
Yeah, and then
in
it
the
dips
center.
back down. So there's a still I think us going to shore.
It's a 20-foot climb up here.
Yeah, we'd be better off doing that than trying to like climb out of the boat up a 10-foot
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. So
I think that's a good call.
Okay. So you just
that'll
want to
be
pull the boat
Fox's
in.
choice. Yeah,
Zoom in a little.
and she'll pull it ashore and be like keeping an eye on the crocs basically while other people do other things.
Okay.
Because she's worried that they're
So
going to
the
try.
crocodiles they don't leave the water, but they come over and they do that thing that predators do sometimes where they just like float around being like, we're waiting, just come
Yeah.
take a drink.
You'll
dare
fall
you."
asleep eventually.
Yeah. So they just sit around watching you hungrily. Yeah.
That's
That's-
foreboding.
That's very foreboding. Perhaps we should go a bit further from the river. I don't think they're likely to try and eat a boat, do you?
Little Fox is not so sure. She's within 10 feet of the shore, so she's reasonably close to them. And so she'll shout at them. She's just like, we aren't for eating. Go away.
The nearest one hisses and snaps at you in disagreement. Like, says you.
I use minor illusion to make a hippo roar at them because the hippos totally kill crocodiles in my head. So
Okay. Make a nature check first.
oh yeah, see if I know that. Yeah, that's a
See if
good
you know what a
shout.
hippo sounds like.
Yeah, I know hippos. All about it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Hippos, they're the very, very hungry animal, famous for their hunger.
Make a you make an intimidation check using your like spellcasting stat then.
Okay. Intimidation. What's the difference?
Also,
Oh,
yeah,
it's-
hippos will mess up everything IRL.
Okay. Yeah, so they hear it and they kind of disperse. Where did you want it to come from?
Like from us, near us, because they're like dumb. Like we might have a
they're,
pet hippo
they're crocodiles.
somewhere,
Okay.
like in the tree.
All right.
Excuse me, crocodiles are very smart. They trick humans.
Yep. Okay, so they return, they scatter and return to the water at the sound of your hippo
Yeah,
call.
they'll go for easier prey.
Mm-hmm.
And he does the thing where he's like pretending that he made the noise with his own mouth. So he's like, What do you think of my impression?
That was
I don't know what it was supposed to be, but it was pretty cool.
that's quite impressive. That noise you made.
And to Ishi, Little Fox mimes like a thing with a huge mouth.
Oh, yeah. Bigger crocodile. Good idea.
A crocopotamus. It's a
And
horrifying
there's
creature.
You've never met a crocopotamus? Come
Yeah.
on.
there's some trees growing up against the wall here, so maybe Little Fox is gonna look at the trees and see if like one, there are horrible like monsters living in them, and two, if we can use those to make climbing.
Yeah,
up
the map is
stairs.
leading me to believe that there may be some horrible monsters living.
So
in
the nearest tree, I don't know if you've ever seen, like this happens to trees in real life with regular sized spiders. The tree is covered in spider web, like an
It's
enormous,
cocooned in it.
thick spider web that connects this big bell-shaped dome up on top, and that thing is covered in spider webs too. And it is one of the like long, stretchy arms of the webbing is tied to the tied to that tree.
It's either a lot of spiders or some really big spiders.
We could just see if there's a different way in than right specifically here. That tree back there doesn't look like it has spiders on it.
Or we could burn the spider webs. I've always wanted to try that. See
That
what
sounds
happens.
like the quickest way to make spiders mad.
You could do it if you want. You could breathe the fire.
Oh.
It's pretty high up. You could light the tree on fire and the web's in that, but the majority of the webbing is covering this big bell-shaped structure up here.
See, the thing about big
Yeah,
spiders is that
like-
if they're in the web, then they probably won't bother us if we don't bother the web. They just sit there and
All right. Well, I'll leave it in my back pocket then. If the spiders become a problem, then we set them on fire.
good choice.
Solid decision.
Let's continue.
So yeah, Little Fox will move towards this other trees and bushes area and start looking for like a likely candidate to help us climb up this very tall wall that we're next to.
Okay. Yeah, I mean this tree is growing like part way on, like it's both, right? It's growing up the wall and it's kind of grown into it.
Some of
with
its roots are pulling into it, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well that seems like an ideal spot then. So she's like testing the strength of it and like after introducing herself, of course, to the tree, and doing like climb, and then she politely asks if she can put hands on it and then checks it out, sees how sturdy it is, and is like complimenting the tree on how like strong its roots are. And she's like, oh, very strong, yes, and, like nodding approvingly.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Yeah, you figure like this would be a good place to climb. Lower climb DC for sure if you're climbing up the tree's roots than just climbing the straight.
Yeah, because you've got some easy handholds and footholds.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Little Fox will lead the way climbing with
This
and then
one
let down
then?
some rope. Yeah, she nods, like having assessed it and been satisfied with the state of it. And so she just like indicates that she's going to climb, and she just like points up, and then starts working her way up.
Okay. I think probably it's a pretty straightforward climbing check. Let's just call it DC 10. Climb up the roots. Okay, no problem.
Climbing is athletics, right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's athletics.
Yeah, so Little Fox hops on up, and she's like letting down a rope to help folks make the climb a little easier.
Okay.
You know, for maybe Ishi,
So,
the handholds are too far apart and she can't actually.
yeah, you're like climbing this thing. It's like a climbing wall with the points too far apart from
Trying to get at it.
Yeah, so Little Fox has been letting down the rope slowly, and I think at some point, you know, you're like struggling, and then a rope appears,
then a rope appears. Yeah.
and I'll just like haul Ishi up, as is traditional.
Okay. So Ishi, make another check.
Okay.
Actually, it's a 20-foot climb. I'm gonna say just because there needs to be some penalty for falling. You stumble a little bit, get a little bit bruised. You take 4 damage,
All right.
and then you can make another try. There you go. Okay,
There
so
we
you
are.
scramble up. Arcturus is up there. Malik.
Oh, thanks for the rope. I wouldn't have been able to do it without you.
Okay.
Yeah, like you slip a little at the last minute, and Little Fox like catches your arm and pulls you up over the loop.
Cool. So you are you're now, if we zoom out a little so Chad can see the whole, look at this big ass adventure. So you can now see laid out before you the thing is a sort of C shape. And from here, the only thing taller than you are these statues, these big sort of bell-sized statues, and then the domes at the back end. They're 30 feet tall, as well as this central crumbling structure. This thing up here, and there are holes in it, and you can't see like through it, but it's starting to crumble. In the center, you can see there's that sort of little river with the water flowing down out of the Tyrannosaurus's mouth, and the sort of varyingly flooded areas within. Everywhere, brightly colored plants, beautiful birds nesting in the trees. And Little Fox, I imagine you think all the ruin is like an improvement on the garden, right? Like,
Yeah, she's really stoked about this space.
this is a garden that was planted in honor of an ancient Chultan queen thousands of years ago, and has been in most part reclaimed by nature. But all the seeds that were planted here, like there are flowers and plants from all over Chult here, even ones that don't grow in this area. So it's a sort of a strange and beautiful verdancy laid out before you. And I think rather than like do a bunch of exploring and stuff now, why don't we call our episode there? We'll do.
Yeah, it's a great spot.
We'll say some goodbyes, and then next time we play, the Garden of Nangalore awaits. So I hope you will return and join us for that.
I cannot hear the gardens of anything without thinking of that one homeworld level that was just impossible.
I think Gardens of Eden, I guess, or Babylon is where my brain goes.
I think that just like is my video game childhood trauma. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You enter the water temple.
The first thing I go to is the Hanging Gardens of Babylon.
Yeah, which I think is sort of that semi-inspiration for this. But yeah, cool. So we'll explore Nangalore next time. We'll be back next week with more Roll20 Presents Tomb of Annihilation. And in the meantime, you should give all these cool people a follow. I will let them tell you where you can do that. Starting this time with Arcturus Vuvaxath. Blue Jay, what are you up to? Where can people find you on the internet?
I'm Blue Jay. Most days you can find me at twitch.tv/BlueJay or on Twitter at BlueJay_712. I also got a Patreon, mostly to just like fund improvements to my streaming setup and running little one-shots at conventions and stuff. So that's rad. You can find me tomorrow playing a 14th level D&D 5e one-shot on twitch.tv/roll4, the number 4, it. It's gonna be real rad. I've never been level 14 before. It's only a one shot though, so pretty much just like casting the coolest spells I can find for no good goddamn reason.
You know that feeling when you're like kind of groggy and you're walking downstairs and you think there's one more stair and there isn't, and you like jolt and your heart kind of drops when someone says 14th level one shot. That's the feeling that I get. I'm like, ugh, that sounds terrifying. I'm really excited. I'm gonna tune in.
Yeah, it's gonna be ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous.
Cool. Thank you. Malik, Sorcerer Supreme. Where can people find you, Dave?
Hello. You can find me. I am Dave_human on Twitch and Dave_the_human on Twitter. Please look forward to a streaming schedule that will be posted this weekend to start next week. Oh my god, I'm going to hold myself accountable to doing things.
Hell yeah. Wicked. All right. And kind of coming to us live from the exciting state of Colorado, it's Andrew, as Little Fox. Andrew, where can people find you and the things you do on the internet?
You can find me on Twitter at Comedian Crow or on twitch.tv/actualfactual. I'm going to have a playtest of my game Girl by Moonlight on my channel, my Twitch channel soon. Just figuring out the exact scheduling of it, but I've got people committed. I'm working on a stretch goal for Hack the Planet, which is a cyberpunk Forged in the Dark game. It features a lot of climate fiction stuff as well. So you can check out my work there also.
Cool. cool. And last but not least, it's Distracted Elf. Where can people find you on the internet?
Hello, my name is Distracted Elf. You can find me on twitch.tv/DistractedElf or at DistractedElf on Twitter. I can do this all in one breath, and I don't have to take a breath at all. And it's totally fine. I don't need to stop talking, and we're done.
Well, you got more mileage out of that than I expected. Nice work. Congratulations.
Now I have a headache, though.
Now you have to go lie down. That was it.
Yeah, that
Go take a short rest.
get to your withdrawal headache.
Excellent. Yeah, so check out all the cool stuff everybody here is doing. We're all real busy. I am Adam Coble. I am the game master in residence for Roll20. You can find me right here with these nerds on Friday, like you just did today, or maybe if you're watching on YouTube, you want to watch live, that's when we do it. You can also find all of us Thursdays at 11 o'clock Pacific playing The Burning Wheel. And you can find me in other exciting places on the internet, like my Twitch channel, Adam Coble, or GMing 5th Edition Dungeons & Dragons at ItMeJP on Tuesday nights. I'm all over the place. If you want to keep an eye on me, it's Twitter, Skinny Ghost. Go do that. We will be back next time. And in the meantime, you should go check out Roll20, because not only do we got this Tomb of Annihilation business, but I heard something about some people getting gymnasty up in that place. So if you're looking for the apocalypse, go wander your way over to roll20.net. There's some stuff going on over there. There's always stuff going on over there. We're going to go, and we're going to make room for our dragon friends. So if you want some more D&D action, stick around for them. Otherwise, we'll see you next time in the jungle, everybody. Have a good time. Bye. See you later.